channel. If you're new here, we do a little bit of everything, but today we're playing The Sims 4. Now, if you didn't tune in to last video, go ahead and check that out. I'll put it up in the cards. So what we have going on here is a little Halloween cast. I explained that in the first video, so go ahead and watch that. This character actually ties into the first character we went ahead and did, which was the dark elf, or the malevolent elf. So this character, I was going to go down the same route and do like an enchanted elf, but what I actually decided to do was go with an enchanted nymph, which is kind of like a forest creature, a forest or water, or just nature spirit in general. I went ahead and gone with that instead of doing an elf, and I kind of came up with this idea in my head that the elves and the nymphs lived in the same forest that interconnected with each other, and there was kind of like this little rivalry going on between them. Like, they coexisted and they worked together, but they didn't really like each other. And so the malevolent elf one day decided that she was going to attack the enchanted nymph. And the reason for this was jealousy. So she was jealous because she felt like the enchanted nymph was more beautiful than her, she had more power than her, she was free to do whatever she wanted without the other spirit creatures, the other creatures that lived in the forest, watching her every move, and she could basically live freely. So what the malevolent elf decided that she was going to do was she was going to use her power of controlling kind of like fire elements and things like that, since they are nature-based elves and nymphs. She used her fire abilities to try to set the enchanted nymph on fire. So the left side of the nymph actually got burned. If you could kind of see on her face there, and then down her shoulder and her arm, there is a burn. And I kind of wanted to do this because she's a very beautiful forest creature, but beautiful creatures, beautiful people, they have flaws too. So I went ahead and gave her that one. It's no fault of her own, it just kind of came to be that way. And actually, what I did go ahead and do, I went ahead and changed her name from the enchanted nymph to the winter nymph. And I did that because I kind of went with this wintry theme with her. At first I was just going to do like a beautiful forest elf, but then I kind of thought, well, I already was going a little bit too heavy with the elves. I wanted to do something a little bit different, but I still wanted to do like a beautiful forest creature. So this nymph lives in the wintry part of the enchanted forest. Now, in these woods, there are other kinds of plants that bloom during the winter, such as you'll see in the screenshot, like purple and red flowers. And I kind of went a little bit different with her, even though she is a winter nymph. I wanted to go ahead and use red in her colors as well. I tossed around the idea of going with blue, so it would be like the very silvery white blue theme. But then I kind of thought the silver and the white and the shine kind of goes a little bit better with red. So I went ahead and I chose red, and then when you see her outfit come all together, you'll see I threw in a little bit of pastel pink, a very, very light pink with that silver, and I think she turns out really well overall. Now, I did toss around the ideas of giving her the antlers as well, but I decided that I was going to keep that elf exclusive, so I went ahead and gave her a little butterfly headband instead. And then with her, I decided I was going to go ahead and keep her barefoot. So I do give her some fishnet stockings, but other than that, I keep her barefoot. I was kind of looking for the right ones to use. I ultimately ended up going with the Maxis Match fishnet stockings in white. And then here I was just going around to see which armband looked the best on her. So I threw around the idea of going with the lighter colored armband, but in the end I decided to go with the more red armband. And I just really was pleased with how she ended up turning out. Now, in her staff, I went with one that was more earth nature based than I did with the malevolent elf. And that's where the more blue tone comes in with the white, and then also with the red and the other colors in there. I did dress her in the same overall outfit as the malevolent elf, but you'll see in her colors it comes out very differently. Now, all of these characters are going to be tied in some way. I actually decided that after I made them all, and I'll kind of go over their story as we go along. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and leave the video off there. Let us know your thoughts on her, good or bad, down in the comments below. If you love her like we do, please give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell for when we post the next video in the series, and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great night and a spooky week. Bye!